In this video, we're going to be talking about rules for exponents. By way of review, if we have something that is raised to a power, we call this number the base, or letter, whichever it is, and the little superscript is called the exponent. So we have rules we have to follow when we're working with exponents. The product rule tells us that when we multiply the same bases, we keep the same base and add the exponents. For example, x squared times x cubed means that I have to add these exponents. Gives me x to the 2 plus 3, which is 5. Keep the base, add the exponents. The quotient rule tells me that when dividing the same bases, keep the same base and subtract the exponents. So if I have x to the 5th divided by x cubed, we keep the same base, subtract the exponents. 5 minus 3 is 2. The power rule is like an exponent within an exponent, so to speak. I have an exponential expression being raised to a power, then I have to multiply the exponents. For example, x squared inside the parentheses, all raised to the 3rd power. Keep the same base, multiply the exponents. 2 times 3 gives me 6. Now if I have several things inside the parentheses, the power of a product rule, all of these are multiplied, so these are all, this is a product raised to a power, tells me that everything inside the parentheses has to be raised to this power. So 2 has to be raised to the 2nd power times x raised to the 2nd power times y raised to the 2nd power. Now I can simplify that, because 2 raised to the 2nd power is 2 squared, which equals 4. So I can write this as 4x squared y squared. The power of a quotient rule, a quotient is like a fraction. Let's say I have x over y, and it's raised to a power, says that everything inside the parentheses is raised to that power, both the numerator and the denominator. So x raised to the 2nd power over y raised to the 2nd power. A zero exponent tells me that anything raised to the power of 0 equals 1. So, example, no matter what I put inside the parentheses, if I raise it to the 0 power, it will equal 1. Negative exponents. I say that negative exponents want to be moved. So if I have something that has a negative exponent on it, I need to move it. If it's already on the top, now remember that anytime I have an expression, I can always make it into a fraction by writing it over 1. This wants to go downstairs so that the exponent can become positive. Now I can't leave upstairs empty, so I will put a 1 up there. I have to have somebody home upstairs. Okay, now if I have my negative exponent already in a denominator, I say that negative exponent is unhappy. It wants to move upstairs so it can become a positive exponent and be happy. And I can put somebody downstairs. I can put a 1 downstairs. But that's not the simplest way to write a fraction. If I have a 1 in the denominator, I can just eliminate the denominator